Idiots are aplenty, and there's no relief from their idiocy. Yet, we have to work with them or for them, and what can we do about it? This is what we will explore in today's episode. Welcome back to this weekly edition every Friday of the Japan Business Mastery Show. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan and best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery. We are bringing the show to you from our studio in the High Performance Center in Akasaka in Minato-ku, the business center of Tokyo. This is episode number 13, and we are talking about 7 checkpoints to cool down your anger with idiots. Before we get going, a quick word from our sponsor. If you want to become skilled at dealing with people, then sign up for the Dale Carnegie course. Fully road tested for the last 100 years. This course is super popular globally and in Japan too. We've been teaching this for over 50 years here. Improve your ability with people. Really ramp up your communication and leadership skills, grow your confidence and end your stress. Contact us to do the Dale Carnegie course now in either Japanese or English. Welcome back. Okay, now it's time for the show. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. 7 checkpoints to cool down your anger with idiots. People skills are really one of the key basics of leadership. Fortunately, leading is easy. Getting others to follow us is the tricky bit. I hope this isn't new information, but not everyone is like you. So how do you get the team to follow you? Especially, how do you get others who are so totally different from you, who are difficult, to follow you or support you? Central to working well with difficult people is understanding ourselves. Yes, they are difficult, but why do we think so? Isolating out the annoyance factors helps us to pinpoint how to handle situations where we react or possibly overreact. Here are 7 checkpoints we can employ. 1. Reflect on the past occasions when we've found difficulty with others. It's a good reality check. Here is a hint on how to do that. Think of someone you consider difficult to work with. See that individual in your mind's eye. Now ask yourself 2 simple questions. What is it about them precisely that makes me see them as difficult? Second question. How have I typically reacted when dealing with this person, and what have been the consequences of those reactions? Take a pass on the psychobabble, but consider that this exercise offers up some critical insights into ourselves. Want change? Start with you. Number 2, ask yourself, are there particular hot buttons that trigger a strong reaction like being told no to something you seek? Do you notice that you quickly become defensive, take things personally, or do you find yourself exemplifying the best defense is attack principle? Double check if your body language is screaming at that person without you being completely aware of it. Number 3, presume everyone you meet in life is carrying a heavy load. Think about your own troubles. Perfection doesn't last all that long, and before you know it, stress begins to well up. They are probably the same. Number 4, asking questions instead of giving direct orders works well because you invite them to have some influence and ownership over the decision. Number 5, call attention to people's mistakes indirectly. This is useful because it precludes people becoming defensive and locking themselves into inflexible positions to save their face. Number 6, letting the other person save face is good plain advice. Don't win the battle and humiliate the other party. They won't forget or forgive, and you may lose the war over the longer game. Number 7, making the other person happy about doing what you suggest is not so easy. However, if we really analyse that person and the personality drivers in play within them, we can find some common ground that will appeal to their self-interest, and we can unite behind that to go forward. Before you blow up, quickly run through this checklist through in your mind. Reflect on the past occasions when we have found difficulty with others. Ask yourself, are there particular hot buttons that trigger a strong reaction? Always presume everyone you meet in life is carrying a heavy load. Ask questions instead of giving orders, direct orders. Call attention to people's mistakes indirectly. Let the other person save face. Make the other person happy about doing what you suggest. Thank you for watching this episode, and remember to hit the subscribe button. The Japan Business Mastery Show is here to help you navigate your way around business in Japan. Subscribe on YouTube, share it with your family, friends, and colleagues, and hit the little bell icon for automatic new episode notifications. Our website details are on screen now, enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. It's awesome value, so check it out. Please leave me some feedback on YouTube. I would love to know how this show helped and what other topics you are interested in for me to cover. Just tell me how I can help you best. You might also enjoy my other weekly shows for podcasts. Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, Tuesdays for the Presentations Japan series, Wednesdays for the Sales Japan series, Thursdays for the Leadership Japan series, and Fridays for the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. Also on Mondays, I release my other TV show, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, on YouTube. In episode number 14, we are talking about the 5 keys to creating an ideal sales workplace. Onegai itashimasu. Please join me next week to master business here, because that is what we want, isn't it? Japan Business Mastery.